So I'm working on an audio demo for Evolution Texas Twang right now, and I realized it would be a great opportunity to show you this cool little trick that you can start applying to your own guitar tracks right away. Let me play you an excerpt of this song, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to stop it right there, and what I'm talking about is this manually created slide that goes, in this case, between the D and the E. Now, there are actual slide articulations. If you scroll down in the articulations list right here, there's a velocity slide articulation. That just means that the speed of the slide is based on the velocity of the destination note, as well as tempo synced options like quarter note slide, eighth note slide, 16th, and so on. So those are something that you could map to a key switch, and you could use those, but sometimes I like to just manually sequence it instead, because I feel like I get a little bit more fine control over the slide. Let me solo the track so you can hear what it sounds like. And what I noticed is when some guitarists play a slide between two notes like that, they'll anticipate the destination note by about a 16th note. Now, it depends on the tempo of the song, so it might be an 8th note or it might be a 32nd note. But they anticipate the note before actually plucking that note. So let me create one from scratch, and so you can see how I approach creating a slide like that. So I want to slide again from the D to the E. So I'm going to start by creating an E, about a 16th note before, and then I will create the chromatic note in between. And you just want to make sure to overlap, all of those notes, and that way they're played as legato, instead of individually plucked notes. And, oops, let me show you what that sounds like now. So the other cool thing that you can do is adjust the velocity of the notes to either bring it up to emphasize the slide or to make it more subtle. So here's what it sounds like with the velocity brought down. And here's what that sounds like in the context of the entire instrumentation. So it's pretty subtle, but it adds a lot of realism. The other one last thing that's cool about this technique is it's pretty easy to adjust the speed of the slide. So if I wanted to make it faster, I would just bring in that note like that and make sure to extend the this note right here so that they still overlap. And here's what it sounds like now. Or vice versa, you could make it a slower slide. This is a much slower slide, but this is what this sounds like. So obviously this is a technique that works best if you just need a short distance slide, such as a minor second, major second, or maybe minor third. Kind of not as far a distance to go. If you want to slide an octave, that's a lot of chromatic notes to create, and you're much better off just using one of the built-in slide articulations in combination with maybe automating the legato range, or something like that. But anyway, I hope this trick is useful, and I'll talk to you soon.